Hey everyone, welcome back to Ant Lab Games. Today we're going to do a solo playthrough of Tiny Epic Galaxies. It's a game of intergalactic conquest by Scott Almes, published by Gambling Games. So what Tiny Epic Galaxies is, basically what the name implies, it is a tiny epic galaxy expansion type game. It's I'd say it's probably more a card game than a board game with a little bit of dice, and I don't know if I would say it's worker placement, but it's more or less like action activation, kind of like the choose an action, in this case based on your die, and then other players have a chance to follow it, you know, sort of like Race for the Galaxy, so to speak. So what I'll do is I'll go over real quick what the components are, the setup for a solo game, and then we'll jump in and start playing through it. So let's start with the activation bay. Now the activation bay is where we're going to be putting our dice to indicate what actions we're going to be taking, or what actions that our opponent will be taking. As you can see, each die face has a specific type of action that we can take. And that'll become more clear what those mean as we play through the game. But you know, they let you move a ship, advance your economy and diplomacy. That's more for colonization. Acquire resources such as culture and energy, or utilize your colony abilities, and those will be pretty evident. So typically, every colony starts with the ability to upgrade itself and move up to the next level. But as you start to take over planets, those planets will add new abilities onto your colonies. So you'll see how that works as we go along. Now the player boards are pretty simple, straightforward. Here you have your starting planet, the resource that this planet generates. So in this case, it would be energy. You have an energy track, which we will have a certain amount to start with. You also have a level track where we start out at level 1. This also tells you how many dice we get to roll, so in this case it's 4, and how many ships we start with, and here we have 2. The only difference between this and all the other player boards is basically the player color, so today we're going to be green. Now the Rogue Galaxies, slightly different. So the game comes with a number of different player boards, right? All different colors, but they're all the same. But on the back side, there are these Rogue Galaxies, each of them with a different difficulty, such as this is a beginner galaxy, this is hard, this is epic. Want none of that. What I've chosen for this playthrough is easy. So the Rogue Galaxy will start with 4 ships. They'll start at level 1. They basically get 0 resources to start, but you'll see as we play that they'll get them pretty quickly. Like in a normal 2-player or more game, you'll have 21 is the score to get to win. So we've got to beat the Rogue Galaxy to 21 points, and those points can be generated a number of different ways, and that's again will become more evident when we start playing. But that's the Rogue Galaxy setup, pretty straightforward. When setting up the solo game, you set it up essentially as if you were a 2-player game. So in a 2-player game, and for any game, basically the rule is 2 planets go into the pool, or 1 planet per player plus 2. So in this case, we're going to get 4 planets. So there'll always be 4 planets available in the planet pool, and each planet has different abilities. So in this example, our first planet is called Andalusian 6, right? And it generates culture. It requires economy to advance and colonize. So you can either land your ship on a planet and earn the resources, or you can land a ship in orbit and basically colonize the world. Once you colonize it, it comes and you add it to your tableau. It's worth 5 victory points, and then once you colonize it, you get to take this action when you utilize colony. In this case, it would displace one of your orbiting ships and acquire energy or culture equal to the ship's level. So if we were on the 3rd level, we could displace it and say we're going to earn three energy. You know, if we need energy. And what energy basically lets us do is re-roll a die. And what culture lets us do is follow an action, follow the other player's actions. As I said before, we get to start with resources, so we start with 1 culture and 2 energy, and that's what we'll track. And with that, we're ready to play. So we always go first, and we're going to get 4 die to take actions, and then we can just basically jump right in. Alright, so overall this is a pretty fast moving game, so you know, things kind of move very quickly. It's quick to the table, quick to get going, so I'll try to talk you through what I'm doing so that it's easy to keep track of what I've decided. So you basically, we're just going to go, I'm going to roll all my dice, choose all my actions. The Rogue Galaxy is going to roll their dice one at a time and then choose all their actions. And when I roll my dice, I roll them all at the same time, which will make a difference, as you'll see. So we'll start out, we'll do our roll, and we get 2 ships, an economy, and a culture, economy and a diplomacy. So the economy and diplomacy really are just for advancing your colonization efforts on a planet, right? We're trying to get points, so we're trying to get these planets into our tableau. So we're obviously going to need to get some ships over here and start colonizing worlds. And you know, some take longer than others, but they're worth more points. So what I will do is, right off the bat, I'll spend my move a ship, and I can take one of my ships and move it to any one of these colonies. Now I can move it to the planet, or any one of these planets. I can move it onto the planet surface, or I can move it into orbit and start working towards, you know, colonizing this planet to earn my points. So I think what I'll do is I'll jump right in and start to orbit this Andalusian 6, and I'm going to move my other ship to another one of these. This one seems like a pretty quick one. So I'll jump in here and go to Omnicron Fenzi. So that's 2 of my 4 actions. And I will... Now do I want to use... So right off the bat I can use these, right? So I can say I'm going to use that economy to increase 1 on the track, and I'm going to use this diplomacy to increase 1 on this track. Right? So that's all my 4 actions. That's the end of my turn. As I said, it's very quick. So now we're going to go over to the Rogue Galaxy. Now the Rogue Galaxy gets 5 die to start, right? So they've got, all their ships are here. Their home world, where mine only generates energy, their home world is going to generate energy and culture. And things are going to happen when they fill up their culture or energy track, and you'll see. So as I said, we roll 1 die at a time. So I'll just lay his 5 dice here, take 1, and do his actions 1 at a time. So move a ship. So I can choose to follow any of the Rogue Galaxy's actions for the cost of 1 culture, if I want to, as long as that they're able to use and activate that particular die. So in some cases, like if they roll diplomacy or economy right now, they don't have any planets to advance, so that die would be used, but it wouldn't be activated, so I couldn't follow that move. But in this case I could, but I don't want to because I don't have any more ships to move. So the rule is, for moving ships, they go to the leftmost planet that they don't already have a ship. So they're going to start to try to colonize this planet as well. Right? That's their first action. Second action is activate or utilize a colony. So the utilize colony is basically their attack and how they're going to fight us. So in this case, you lose 1 energy. So they hit me for 1 energy. They took 1 of my energies. Next one is move another ship. So they're going to move another ship to the leftmost planet that they're not already on. Roll the next one is energy. So they're going to gain energy for every ship that's on a planet that generates energy. These do culture. They've got 2 here, generate 2 energy. And for their last die, they move another ship. So got a lot of mobility this turn. So boom. That's all their actions. The Rogue Galaxy's done. Back to me. Alright, so for my turn, remember I only get 4 die. So leave that over there, and I roll all my dice at one time. So I have move a ship, I've got advance economy, and I think I'll do that. Bump up 1, move a ship. I don't have a ship to move. Or I could utilize my colony, and in order to do that, right, so I can upgrade my empire and I can spend either an energy or a culture to do that. But I would need to spend an amount equal to the level I'm trying to get to. So I'm going to need to get to level 2. I need 2 of that particular resource to spend. So if I say generate culture, I've got 2 ships on culture generating planets, so I will gain 2 culture. 1, 2. Now I can utilize colony at the cost and spend 2 of my culture to go up to level 2. And what level 2 is going to do is give me an additional die next turn to take actions with. Now, the way rerolls work in this game, like I can, with the converter on the activation bay, I can spend 2 of any die to make any die I want, but that's you're sacrificing a die. But you also have the option to reroll, so you can reroll 1 time for free, and any additional reroll is going to cost you 1 energy. So I'm going to use my first reroll to reroll that ship, and I get another activate colony, and I don't really want to do that. So because there's nothing I need 3 of any resource to upgrade, so I'm going to have to forfeit that action because I don't want to spend energy to get something back, because I don't really have a way to generate more energy right now. So I think that's how I'm going to end my turn. So we'll go back to the Rogue Galaxy now. Alright, so remember, Rogue Galaxy gets 5 dice. Alright, 1 at a time. So they're going to attack. Again, I lose an energy. So now I'm at 0 energy. Next roll is they move a ship. So their 4th and final ship is going to go into orbit. They generate energy. So their energy gain for this round is 1, which is pretty lame. But that's good for me. They get to move a ship, but they don't have any ships to move. So they don't get to activate that, and their final is move another ship. So Rogue Galaxy, again, fortunately doesn't get to do another action. So I kind of lucked out, because they can start really taking off if they start generating resources quickly. So with that, we'll end his turn. Remember, I get 5 dice now, so let's see if we can get in the game here. I didn't really have any actions I wanted to copy from him that turn, so... Alright, we got a lot of energy and a lot of culture. That's just great. I'll spend 1 of these culture die to generate 2 culture. Now, I'm going to reroll all 3 of these. Well, all 4 of these, rather. So I've got 2 ships and 2 economies. So I'm going to use 1 economy to advance 1. I can move 1 ship. If these are both economies, I can only do 1 of them. I'll do another one. Again, with 4, and I'm 1 away from taking over this planet. I've got 2 move of ships. Can't use them. I don't have any energy to do a reroll, so basically that ends my turn. So let's go back to the Rogue Galaxy. And again, they start with 5 dice. So let's see, we've got activate their diplomacy. So they get to move that ship and that ship. And they don't get to copy my actions, if I didn't mention that earlier. They attack me, I lose an energy, I don't have any, so nothing happens. They do it again, nothing happens. They do it again, nothing happens. And they advance again on the diplomacy track. So bang bang. They're done. Back to me. So I'm getting really good rolls right now. Really lucky rolls by the Rogue Galaxy. Alright, so let's start off with advanced economy. Boom, that finishes off this planet. His ship goes back to his homeworld. I take this planet and add it to my tableau, and now I can activate that action if I utilize my colony. Draw a new planet, and I've got 5 victory points right now, so that's huge. I'm going to jump right in and utilize a colony, spend 3 of my culture, and go up another level, right? So still have 5 dice, but I get a 3rd ship now, so I've got an extra ship. I've got move a ship, so let's fly to, I guess let's go here to Sargus 36. And we can advance 1. I kind of want to snipe this one away from him, if possible. I'm going to use my 1 reroll to reroll this die. Let's see what we get. Energy. So I'm going to use that, actually. That's going to give me 1 energy. I mean, I don't have a choice. I have to use it. I can't reroll. So that ends my turn, and we'll go back to the Rogue Galaxy. Alright, so start up again, and we get move a ship. He does have a ship to move. So he is going to start to colonize that planet. Next roll is energy. Alright, so he gets 1 energy. Still not at max yet. He gets move a ship. Does not get to. He gets move a ship. Does not get to. And he gets energy. Alright, so something's going to happen here. He gets 1 energy. So he's filled up his energy, right? So the way this works is, once he maxes out his energy, he upgrades his empire and then resets the energy meter at the end of his turn. So now he's at level 2. He's going to have a different attack now. I will lose a culture instead. So so that's basically it. So his turn's over. Get all my dice back, and we will take our turn. Alright, wow. So that's interesting. I'm going to use this diplomacy to advance 1 here. I'm going to fly a ship to... I think I will go to Terabita. I'm going to reroll all 3 of these dice for my first reroll. And we get... Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to see at all. Not at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trade in these 2 on the converter. And I'm going to convert this to diplomacy. And I'm going to finish this planet here. So he comes back home. He goes back home. And I take this planet, and this goes into my tableau again. And this one allows me to convert any number of energy into culture. That's not bad. So we draw out our next planet. I now have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 victory points, because you get victory points for the higher your empire is. So 10 victory points. I'm halfway there. Hopefully we can pick up the pace here and see about winning this thing before he gets too strong. Okay, so our Rogue Galaxy is going to go. He is level 2, but he still only gets 5 dice, so that's good. So he's going to attack me. He's going to hit me for culture, and I don't have any to give up, so we're fine there. He generates energy again, so he's going to get 1, 2 energy. He advances diplomacy, so he gets to go up 1 here, 1 here, and none there. Alright. He gets to move a ship. Now I don't have any culture. I can't follow him, in case you were wondering why I haven't followed any of his moves yet. So he moves a ship, he's back on all planets, and he generates energy again, this time only gaining 1. So that ends his turn, back to me. He's giving me a whole lot of time here to work, which is fantastic. Alright, let's start off by moving our ship into orbit. Let's go to... let's go here to Drukaden. What this will do is every time I get a colony, utilize a colony, I can advance my diplomacy, which should be helpful if I get a bunch of colony rolls that I can't normally use. I don't really want to use any of these dice, so I'm going to roll all 4 of these again, see what we get. Alright, so let's advance culture. So culture, we're going to get 1, 2 on the culture track. And what do I want to do? I can't move any of my ships, so this is terrible. Alright, so I will, I think, I will generate, no, do I want to generate energy? Not really. See if I can snipe this away from him next turn. So what I'll do is I'll convert 2 into advanced economy and advanced here. So I only need 1 more to take Drew Caden. And hopefully I can follow him if he rolls advanced economy. Alright, so we're going to jump into his turn. We get 5 dice. So he generates culture. So he gets 1, 2, 3 culture. That's a big one. He generates culture again. And he maxes it. So that is important. And I'll go over what that means at the end of this turn. Advanced diplomacy. So he's going to move up 1 here, 1 here, and that's it. I don't want to follow him on that. Advanced economy. So he's going to move up 1 here. I'm going to pay 1 culture to move up 1 there, and that's going to take this planet. So I am here. Let's draw another. Alright, and his last action is advance diplomacy. So he's there. Alright, so at the end of his turn, because he maxed out culture, he gets 3 additional actions. So he's going to get 3 additional die to do this. So he gets energy for 1, 2. So he's going to generate 2 energy. So he filled this up. He generates diplomacy. So he finishes here. These guys come back home. He gets his first planet. This goes up. And for his third action, he gets to go up in diplomacy, or his economy. So that's done. This capped again, so he's going to upgrade. So now he's going to get 6 dice next turn. So as you can see, it starts to, wow, he acquired a 7-point planet, so that's terrible for me. But you can see how quickly they can start to take off. So let's jump back to our turn and see if we can hopefully put this thing to bed soon. Okay, my turn. 5 dice. Not what I wanted to see. Alright. I need some ship movements here, obviously. So, yeah. I'm going to re-roll every one of them, I think. I gotta move some ships, otherwise I can't do anything. Alright, at least we get 1 ship movement here. So I'm gonna move, let's move a ship. Let's move 1 here. To Zalax, that's a pretty quick one. We can generate some culture, 1, 2. I don't need these, so I'm gonna pay my 1 energy and re-roll these 3. And I get no more energy left. We're going to move another ship. Cool. Let's go to Jack 110912. Try to get that's a 5-pointer. We're going to advance diplomacy here. Generate energy, but I have no ships on energy generating planets, so I don't get any. So that's my turn. Alright, so now remember, he gets 6 dice this turn. So this is going to be interesting. Start with his first action. Generate energy. He's got 2. Next is he's going to attack me for Rogue acquires, no, actually on this level he acquires 2 energy. 1, 2. Alright. He gets to advance economy. So he's going to go up. I have culture, so I can follow that. I'll pay 1 culture and go up 1 here. He's going to generate 2 more energy, so he just capped his energy. he's going to fly a ship to the leftmost planet unoccupied by him. And he's going to advance diplomacy. So he's going to go here, but I'm going to follow him. So he and I are both going to go up one here. So that's the end of his turn. And now, actually, since he filled up on energy, he upgrades his empire again. So still 6 dice. Back to me. I only get 5 dice. And let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to pay this, utilize colony action, advance 1 diplomacy to take Zalax. So he's going to come home. I'm going to take this, is worth 2 more points. Bring another planet out. And let's do a quick check on score right now. So I've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 2 is 13. I'm 8 points away to his 12. So he's got 5 and 7. So it's 13 to 12. You see, he jumped right back in the game. I let him get that 7-pointer, and that's going to hurt me. So what do I do? Do I try to catch up? I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to move quickly. So move up 1 here. Move up another here. Generate energy. So I get 1. And generate culture. So I'm going to get 1, 2. So 3 culture, 1 energy. So that's the end of my turn. Finish that up, get 6 dice for him, and let's see what we can do. So he gets to advance economy, so he's up to 3. I'm going to follow, move up to 2. His next action is generate energy, so he's going to generate 2 energy. His next action is that, and it's regress 1 of your ships by 1. So I will regress, I guess this guy by 1. That's not cool. Generates more energy. It's 2 more. He's up to 4. And he generates culture now. So he's going to generate 1, 2, 3 culture. And his final move is generate culture. So he's going to cap culture, which now gives him 3 more actions, which stinks for me. He gets to fly a ship to this planet. I'm going to copy that, drop me down to 1 culture, and I'm going to fly to the same planet. He's going to advance diplomacy on every planet that he can. And I'm going to pay my last culture to do the same. I'll try to snake this one from him if I can. And he's going to fly another ship. So he's taking his ship to the 4th planet. Alright, so he's done finally. I could do my actions. I got to try to snake these planets from him, if at all possible. Okay, so I can advance on the economy track by 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, I'm going to spend this to gain advance 1 here. And I'm going to spend this, and that's going to displace 1 of your orbiting ships. So I'm going to displace this ship here is orbiting at level 3. Right, back home. And acquire... No, I don't want to do that. Forget I did that. That would have been silly. So I'm going to use that colony action to advance that again. I'm going to re-roll these 2. Alright, so I'll do that to advance him again. And I'm going to use this to advance... to advance him. That ends my turn. Alright, back to our rogue galaxy, and He's probably going to wreck me here, I think. Shoot. Alright, so he's regressing one of my ships, so I'll do this one. He rolls again. He's going to regress another one of my ships. I guess I'll do that one. He's going to generate energy. Then he generates one, but that was enough to cap him, so that's going to upgrade him. At the end of his turn, flies a ship, doesn't go anywhere. He does another one of these actions to drop me back one. So he's attacking, and then he generates culture, and he's going to generate 3 culture. Right? So that's going to come off, he's going to go up. And it's back to me. So that didn't go terrible, but not great. So let's see what we can do here. Alright, so we'll advance one here, colonize this planet, send him back home. And we've got 5 more points. So let's get a score check again. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, plus 2 is 18. I need 3 more points. So if I can grab this guy or this guy, I can win this. So let's do that. Let's advance him by 1. Let's do this to advance him by 1. We'll do this to advance him by 1 more, and then I'm going to re-roll you, and we get generate culture. So I've got 1 culture, so I can copy 1 move next turn. Okay. So this is it. Let's see what he can do. He's going to get 6 actions, remember that. So let's start with the first. He gets advanced. Diplomacy, I'm going to use my 1 culture to do it. Take this planet. It's going to send him home. I'm going to capture that, but that's not going to win it. I'm still 1 shy, so I have 20 points. Roll his next action. He generates energy. He's going to generate 2. Next action. Move a ship. Next action. Oh boy. Alright, so this one is Rogue advances all of its ships 1. So every one of his ships is going to go up 1. So he's going to cap this planet. So he's got another one. And let's see what that gives him. 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus 7 is 17. So he's 4 away. So this could get ugly. Advance, and he can't, so that's good. Can't do diplomacy, and he gets it twice. Alright, so if I can get a planet now, I can win this. So let's see. What do we have? I don't have any ships with that symbol. I can advance that. Alright, let's do 1 reroll. For free. What do we get? Move a ship. Oh god, I can't do it. Move a ship. I'll move a ship here. Oh crap. Alright, so I can't generate any of that. Let's do. So we'll generate culture. And we'll get 1, 2. And then I will spend 1 energy to reroll these 2. And we get it. So advance economy, bang, we get this 5-pointer. And we beat the Rogue Galaxy to 21. Bang. 5, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 23. 23 to 17. Actually, 23 plus 2 is 25. 25 to 17. So, close game. Actually, if you give him enough time to ramp up, he will catch you and he will beat you. And this is easy. This is the easy version. So, obviously it gets a lot harder than this, but I was able to win it. Pretty much very, very cool little game. It's very compact, very portable. There's some good dice luck mitigation, which is nice. The planet abilities are cool. The multiplayer game comes with these secret missions, which give you a little bit more, some more objectives. I also have a kickstarted version So it comes with some bonus like super weapon variant, which you try to build a super weapon like the Death Star, I guess. Pretty cool. It comes with its own dice tray inside the lid. Fancy. I don't really like using those types of dice trays anyway. I'm not big on dice trays, period. Because it just, I never have enough room on my table, so throwing a dice tray down just, especially when trying to film something, you got to have everything kind of in one place. Dice trays are great when I'm obviously not filming a game and I don't have to worry about fitting everything into a certain area, but when filming, you want to see the dice roll. So, but there you have it. That's the solo variant of Tiny Epic Galaxies. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough. Thank you for watching. If you haven't done so, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.